Hello everyone,
That's the
KingslayerKoshy here, and
Bullhead
welcome
Court.
back to Bastion.
Folks defended themselves there with shields.
Now we're
not
gonna go to
words.
the Bullhead Court. In the last part, we met up with a survivor.
The accused always got a fair
and also
shake until
finally
I'm
got
here.
to
Some
the
used to take the
memorial that I was
Bullhead
talking
trial.
about. Anyways, I managed to
Survive
actually
the
do this trial
taking a
in
scratch,
one try,
and walk away a free man.
but I think this is actually one of the harder trials to get first prize on. And right now it doesn't seem too bad, but you'll understand why I think this challenge is hard when we get there. But yeah, don't worry, you don't have to get a perfect run. You don't have to take.
Good defense is a good
You can afford to
offense.
take a couple of hits. I believe the max is
Second,
3
gotta always watch your back.
before you get hit with second prize, but
Third, ain't no godlike bull.
do be
up there to
careful.
save you.
And what this challenge essentially does is train you in the art of last hitting. Let's look at that. Sometimes, like, even if you do counter, sometimes you won't be guaranteed the damage, which is a real pain in the ass. Another thing that makes the challenge also annoying is sometimes the turrets, because those kinds of turrets like to shoot more than one projectile, and if you destroy them, you'll either lock onto another. If there's nothing to lock onto, you may accidentally turn your back towards a projectile and take an unnecessary hit. But they're not the worst part of this challenge. The worst part of this challenge comes near the end.
The smarter ones
scumbag.
know when to just step aside and let things go.
I counter it and I still get goddamn hit. Yeah.
The kid pulls it off.
Yeah, for that scumbag, what you want to do is actually get it to fall off the stage. That's how you're ideally supposed to do it, but I couldn't get it to do that because, well, I managed to finally get it to do that, but it can be really difficult because it doesn't want to fall off sometimes. But yeah, I was thankfully able to get this on my first try with the minimum requirement, thank God.
There's a hint of pride in his eye when he gets back, and more than a hint in mine.
He's looking around, and one of the challenges, looking around for the challenges. Nothing for me to upgrade in the forge, because all the other materials require weapons that we don't have yet. So
That's
head to the next
Cinderbrick
area,
Fort,
Cinderbrick
where the
Fort.
Marshals used to watch over the city.
And it's here where we get, I think, probably the best ranged weapon in the game.
There's only one way to Cinderbrick Fort. The hard way. Sure, the city marshals may be gone, but now the fort's crawling with windbags.
I think I'm trying to also, yeah.
The calamity was mercy for normal folks.
There we go. I think I was trying, yeah.
The windbags ain't
You'll
so
find
lucky.
me at some point, at this point in time, messing around with weapons just to try and finish the challenges. And like I said, you're going to want to do that because you need all the blue gems you can get crits on.
They've been left to freeze or starve or face the kid.
I'm also hoping the I'm also waiting for the werewolves to get taken. And this is another kind of turret. I hate this turret. One, because if you counter it, you're supposed to... I expect the counter to actually do damage to the target, but it doesn't do that, which is really freaking stupid. Because with every other turret, if you counter it, it damages it in some way or form. With that turret, it's like a magical exception where it's like, oh, I countered, but guess what? My turret shot isn't gonna go back to the turret. Going back to me, it's gonna go circle around and probably hurt you again, which is a complete bull. I hate that turret. But underneath that cage is the ranged weapon, and that would be the musket.
At least the Marshals left the kid a parting gift. Something the windbag.
Scrap musket is my personal favorite ranged weapon to have. It has a lot of punch, and
windbags
upgrading it
different from normal folks.
It's got a lot of punch, even though it doesn't have that much rapid fire, but it can get the job done. It also has a decent amount of knockback as well, so it's something you can use to push enemies off the edge if you're in a tight spot. And you're going to see me actually do that quite a bit, especially later in the game when I got all the idols invoked. You'll see me use that tactic to actually take out a lot of difficult enemies.
Could have been minding the business underground.
Yeah, but in terms of ranged weapons, this is probably the best. Because most of the other ranged weapons are either inaccurate, require a crap ton of ammo to really be efficient, or the unfortunate, or in some cases are just inaccurate as hell.
Windbags can't use the Marshal supplies, but the kid sure can.
Unfortunately, I'm stuck using... I don't know why I'm still using Whirlwind, because it's not that great of a skill.
As for the windbag,
there is a good hammer skill, but
Cinderbrick gave him enough
the one I'm thinking of doesn't appear until later on. I think it's after we do the hammer challenge. And it's a pretty good... And that hammer skill is actually very good, because it stuns all enemies in range. And I'm just heading back to see if I missed anything. You don't have to worry about it past me, just keep going on ahead. Come on. There you go.
Well, the fort ain't theirs by right. Can't blame them for wanting it, though.
Anyways, we got our MacGuffin, now we can get out of here.
So many of those sorry things hold up inside that old fort.
And I unofficially completed the Marshal's challenge.
Not a scratch on him as he presses on to higher ground.
Still searching for any goodies. Honestly, I think countering the bigger windbags is actually easier, only because they have you have less time to react. So actually, strange as it sounds, if I want to pray for the bigger windbags in this area, but like I said, the scrap musket is a very good weapon. One good spray shot can actually deal some serious damage. Unfortunately, though, it's a shotgun. So, for those of you who know how shotguns work, you know how range affects it. But yeah, as you can see, it's doing pretty good right now. But when we get those idols invoked, you're gonna see this challenge is gonna get a whole lot whole lot more difficult. Yeah, it's there we go.
Security's plane gone haywire. Windbags gummed up the
Nothing back
works.
there. Come on. Yeah, but still checking to see if there's anything I'm missing, although like I said, you never know, so sometimes you might accidentally slip by something. It's not that hard to do in this game because I think they do a pretty good job pointing out the MacGuffins and collectibles that you can get, but still, it's good to check. Here's me just shooting everything shooting everything down.
Kid ain't afraid of getting burned. They trapped the kid in the middle of the force parade ground.
As soon as I feel like destroying everything.
Then they bring out Glutus and Glandon and all their scumbag
That
uncles.
was being a little reckless, but honestly, it's not even that big of a deal.
They got
Most of
something
these
to
enemies
gain.
aren't that hard right now, so I can afford to be reckless. Anyways, yeah. Marshals. Fort. Now taken over by a bunch of monsters.
The uncles go out with a whimper. Kid takes down Glutus. Or maybe it was
You
Glandon.
should see the work that the musket does, and unfortunately I grabbed that health time and I really didn't want to do because
The Windbags finally get the message.
like I said, the Werewhiskey is
Kid
surprisingly
used to dream of getting a Marshal's badge, but not like
in terms
this.
of clearing out crowds. You'll see it take effect specifically when we do the dream sequences, but right now, that's pretty much all this, for right now you won't be able to
Skyway's
see
a
its
wonderful
true
sight after all that.
effectiveness until later.
And now ain't nothing left for nobody down at Cinderbrick Fort.
Well, apparently we didn't get a MacGuffin, huh?
Kid shows up just as Ulf's telling me about his own journey to the city. Seems
As
the
you
only
see,
thing the
we
Calamity
got-
saved for Zulf was a smoking pipe.
A smoking pipe.
The Marshals seem like good men, he says. They treated him with dignity.
Apparently the Marshals are
Zulf
good
brought his
people,
antique smoking
and
pipe all the way from the terminals.
a smoking pipe.
Even since the Ura surrendered to us, the Marshals kept a wary eye on him. Zulf's travels ain't much compared to what the kids had to go through. for
Now
all
I
this.
get to build the shrine after all this time.
Behold, the Pantheon. A Kobe. The gods never liked competing for people's affections.
And the second one that I invoked, enemies will do a desperation attack
The
in
Breakers.
some way.
Ain't no one can outrun them.
Most of them will
or
do
their
desperation attacks in the
arrows.
form of bombs, but there are unique desperation attacks for certain enemies. But well, I'll explain that as we go along. But for right
The
now,
Marshals kept the
dishing
city's
out a couple of
peace.
challenges.
They can rest easy now. I've asked a lot of the
What
kids.
should be it for this part?
This is something he's done on his own. Kid's ready to get real personal with Hammer and Musket
Messing around to see
Man.
if there's anything else he can do, and it doesn't look like he can. Alright. So that'd be all. Next time we're gonna be heading out into the Skyway to see what else we can do.
That's Zolwood
See
Grove.
you guys later.
A nice quiet place to show a musket a good time.